Intuitive eating. What is that? Is that like eat whenever I feel like it? No, that's not what it is. I'll get more into detail about what intuitive eating is and also how you can get started on it today. Coming up. Intuitive eating is a nutritional framework that prioritizes our relationship with food, our relationship with our bodies, our mental and emotional health over weight loss, over the ideal body image, over diet culture. It eliminates all food rules. It gets rid of the idea of good and bad foods. Instead of eating according to rules that are dictated by diets or by society, we eat based off of our body's hunger. Good examples of intuitive eaters are babies. Babies, they eat based on what their body needs, and they stop whenever they feel full. They don't have any concept of time. They don't have any concept of what a meal is or what meal times, breakfast, lunch, dinner are. All they know is that they feel hunger, and then they eat. They drink milk until that hunger dissipates, and then they stop. Basically, we're returning back to the essence of what eating is, devoid of any social conditioning, devoid of any rules about food, devoid of any expectations about how our bodies should look like. It's a return back to form and back to sanity, rejecting all of the unhealthy cultural influences and expectations that are constantly being dumped upon us. Specifically, the idea of intuitive eating was created in order to reject and go against diet culture, or the idea that thinness, beauty, weight loss should all be pursued at the cost of our emotional, mental, and social well-being. The obsession with obtaining the ideal body image, of constantly losing weight, of trying to be thin, it's quite harmful, and it's caused many people to cycle in their weight, do yo-yo dieting, and that causes a lot of harmful effects both physically and mentally. Instead of focusing on weight loss, intuitive eating shifts our attention towards activities and behaviors that make us feel better and make us feel healthier. This would include things like doing physical activity that we actually enjoy instead of doing physical activity as a way to burn calories off to achieve a goal weight. It also includes getting help in terms of settling any emotional issues that we have instead of using food to address it, using food to self-soothe. It also allows us to enjoy the experiences that we have with food, especially the ones that we enjoy, instead of feeling shame, guilt, which may lead some people into a binge and restrict cycle. Healthier emotions around food may lead to better eating behaviors. Overall, intuitive eating focuses on the health of the whole person without putting weight loss and body image on a pedestal. That's intuitive eating in a nutshell. Here are some tips on how you can get started. Number one is to try to eat more slowly at each meal that you can. The reason being that you want to try to tune into your own body's internal hunger and fullness cues. There's a delay in time between when we swallow our food to when we actually feel full. There's a lot of signals that need to be communicated within our digestive tract that allows us to register fullness. That means that if we eat too fast, then we potentially might be eating too much food to properly satiate us. If you're able to, try to eat your meals without any distractions, no phone, no book, no TV in front of you, and intentionally taste and enjoy the food that you're eating. As you're doing this, tune into your body and start taking notice of at what point you start feeling satisfied. Tip number 2 is to rate your hunger throughout the day on a scale of 1 through 10. This is going to challenge you to intentionally respond to any cravings or urges or appetite changes that you may have throughout the day. As you're doing this, consider eating only after you've reached a rating of 7 or above. Ask yourself whether your appetite to eat is based off of actual hunger or if it's based off of emotional or environmental or any other external cue. Tip number 3 is to do your best to remove guilt or morality from all the food choices that you make. Instead of looking at food as either good or bad, see that every single food that you eat in your life has some type of value. Certain foods may not have the most nutrients, but they're a hell of a lot of fun to eat with other people and to socialize with. There's value for cake at a birthday party. There's value for beer at a sports event. There's value in vegetables and fruits for day-to-day energy. There's value in every single food that you pick. So make sure that you're not making yourself feel guilty for the foods that you eat. The less guilt and the less restriction that you feel towards food, the less likely that you're going to feel a compulsion to binge or to emotionally eat. I know that this tip is easier said than done, but give it a try. Seek help if you need it so that you can just see food for what it is. It's just food. Tip number 4 is to be aware of your emotions and also to consider how to cope with them without eating. Doing some quiet introspection, doing some journaling, writing down your emotions, your feelings, and your thoughts throughout the day can really help you out with this step. And also make sure that you're seeking help where you need it. Maybe work with a mental health professional in order to be more mindful of how you respond to some of the things that you feel on a day-to-day basis. Tip number 5 is to respect your body. Do physical activities that feel good and that you enjoy. And also try to limit the amount of self-talk that you have as it pertains to your body image. And also try to avoid any situations where you may have the tendency to compare your body to someone else's. One of the things to consider doing is to perform a social media purge. You will unfollow any account that consistently makes you feel bad about yourself. There's no room in your life for that. Why pollute your mental and emotional space with things that continuously weaken your self-confidence and your self-esteem? It's not necessary at all. It's not so much that you're rejecting or disconnecting ties from that other person. It's more so that you're protecting your own daily mental health. Just because you don't want to see their posts on a day-to-day basis doesn't mean that you don't respect them as a person. Respecting your body as well as respecting your mental and emotional boundaries are crucial to self-care, and any step that you can take to enhance any of that is going to be great. With all of that being said, let me know if you are interested in doing intuitive eating, and also if you have any questions about what I said in this video, leave all of that in the comments down below. If you found value out of today's video, then please consider liking and subscribing to my channel for more content and tips just like this. Also check out my other videos on the next screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.